Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action. It's the last day of the week, but also the beginning of the May series as well. Of course, we ended on a positive note, the April series, the very, very turbulent series, but the May series is definitely starting on a higher note as well. 17,300 topped on the Nifty right at the opening of the session. And Axis Bank, Vedanta, Biocon, these stocks are in focus right now. In terms of other stocks, ONGC, Sun Pharma, Tata Steel, Grasim, UPL. These are among the major gainers of the Nifty. However, on the downside, you do have a few names like SBI Life, Axis Bank, Hero MotoCorp, Divis Laboratories, and even HUL right after those earnings is also seeing some downticks as of now. Now, when you talk about the other focus points of today's trading session, the rupee is, likely to depreciate amidst the firm dollar and the surge in crude oil prices. So keep an eye out on that space as well. In terms of the Sensex gainers and losers, you do have about the major part of the market breadth is favoring towards advances, whereas there are still some downward moving stocks as well, including Maruti ahead of earnings, Power Grid, Axis Bank, NTPC, Nestle, India, all of these are actually trading with a bit of downtick. Sensex opened higher by 217 odd points, or 0.3% higher at 57,738 today. The Nifty was up by 60 points and opened above 17,300 mark too. There are 463 declines. 82 shares are unchanged, but definitely the market favoring the advances. 1436 shares are seen advancing right in the early trading action as well. Now, most of the experts do believe that May series will actually be better than the April series. So that's something that most of the experts have been sharing thoughts with us. On top of that, if you see, there are a whole host of other factors, including earnings, that will be the focus of the session today. Most of the brokerage houses have been coming out with their reports on the stocks that have been declaring their results in Q4. So that's another point that markets will definitely keep an eye out on. And of course, the global cues and the commentary coming in on the inflation impact on the economy and how our central banks really taking focus on that. Apart from that, the rising cases of COVID in China, and also the US markets and the global market movement will also be the focus of today's trading session. Let's talk about the sectors. Now, apart from the FMCG sector and the media sector, rest all of the sectors are trading higher, almost 0.5% uptick for most of them. The PSU banks is taking the lead right now, and almost 0.4% of an uptick could be seen on Nifty Bank. Nifty Bank is currently trading at 36,572. So that's the stronger index as of now. Apart from this, if you actually look at the India VIX movement to understand if there is going to be very high volatility, no, there is 3% downtick on the India VIX as well. About 18.7 levels can actually be seen on the India VIX, which is the volatility index as well as of now. Apart from this, of course, a whole lot of focus today will be on the kind of movement that we'll be seeing on specific stocks on the back of earnings front. We do have some news flows coming in as well, especially when you talk about SEBI that has cut the listing time for REITs and InvITs by half to 6 days. So good news coming in for these alternate asset investment classes like REITs and InvITs. There could be more and more companies perhaps listing as REITs and InvITs after this announcement as well. Of course, LIC IPO is gaining. LIC IPO, the upcoming IPO, is always in news right now. We're already seeing some momentum happening in the grey market now ahead of the LIC IPO that opens on May 4th. Of course, remember, next week will also be a truncated one on account of Eid. Markets will be shut on Tuesday, and on Wednesday we will see the LIC open as well for subscription. So the LIC grey market premium hints at a listing gain for IPO investors. In case you're looking for that one, you can keep an eye out on this grey premium market as well, which is showing a 45 rupees uptick right ahead of the LIC IPO as well. A whole lot of earnings will be coming today. Like I said, Maruti Suzuki is trading subdued ahead of its earnings, so that company will be in focus. IndusInd Bank, Ultratech Cement, Wipro, SBI Cards, also Geojit Financial Services, Gillette India, GNA Axles, HFCL, Just Dial, Lloyd's Metals, as well as RPG Life Sciences, Shriram Union Finance. All of these companies will be coming out its earnings, and we will keep an eye out on all of them as well. With that, I wrap up this edition, but do stay tuned on to Business Today for a whole lot of buzz. Everything that's buzzing on the D Street, we will share with you, and for that, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in. For now.